Hey there, today we'll be discussing the muscle velocities in mastication, and this is gonna be a fast review for this muscle. Okay, let's start. You have four pairs, three of them are closer, one it's opener, the closer, masseter temporalis and the media pterygoid. The opener is a lateral pterygoid. My mnemonic for this muscle is simple and it's the lovely mastication muscles because everybody loves eating, I'm sure about it. So T for temporalis, L for lateral pterygoid, M for masseter, and again M for medial pterygoid. I hope you will like it. Okay, movements that are helped by these muscles. Elevation, close the mandible, of course. Depression, the opposite. We have retraction, and which is drawing back the mandible. Protraction, which is the opposite, like moving the mandible in the front. And side to side movement. This movement is called lateral medial execution, and this is like, for example, when you are in your normal fixed position, it's like called medial execution, and when you do it on the other one side is lateral, and when you do it back, it's called medial. So first one, masseter is the strongest of all these four muscles, and probably actually it's one of the strongest muscles in the human body. The origin is the maxilla and the zygomatic arch. We have insertion in the ankle and ramus of mandible. The action of these muscles is elevation of the mandible, and the innervation is a trigeminal nerve, which is the fifth cranial nerve, and the mandibular division of this nerve. You can see here in this picture. Here is the masseter muscle. Its origin from the maxilla and the zygomatic arch, and inserts into the ankle and ramus of mandible. It is the most superficial muscle of these four muscles. So temporalis muscle, it's called temporalis because of its location, as you can see on the temporal mostly bone. You can't even feel it if you palpate your temporal region, your cranium. So in section we have the coronoid process and the ramus of mandible, because origin is the temporal bone. The action is that elevates and retracts the mandible. Retracts, as we said before, is like moving backward the mandible. Innervation, the same trigeminal nerve, and the mandibular division. For all these muscles, is the same innervation. Let's move to medial pterygoid muscle. Pterygoid is like, means wing-like in Greek. The origin of this muscle is the pterygoid fossa, as you can see here, of the sphenoid bone, and also with the pterygoid process. It inserts in the ankle and the ramus of mandible. You can see here the ankle, mandible. Its action, its elevation and protraction of the mandible. Protraction, and temporalis is doing retraction, and the medial pterygoid doing protraction. So it's moved outward or in front of the mandible. The innervation again the same. Let's go to the next. The lateral pterygoid muscle, which is the only one opener. It has two heads. The origin, the superior head is the smaller, and originates from the infratemporal crest of the sphenoid and inserts to the articular disc of the temporomandibular joint. And the inferior head, which is much larger, as you can see here, originates from the pterygoid process of the sphenoid bone here, and inserts to the condylar process of the mandible. The action is protraction of the mandible, depression, and moves mandible side to side, as we said before. The lateral and medial execution, and innervation again the same, trigeminal nerve, the mandibular division of it. The last slide, we have all of these muscles. We see the superficial layer, we have the mastication, we say the most superficial of these four muscles. This is really wide and broad muscle. Have the temporalis, and if we remove the mastication and a part, because here we removed part of the mandible and the temporal bone, the processus zygomaticus, we can see the musculus pterygoideus lateralis, these two divisions, the superior and inferior head, and we can see also the pterygoideus medialis, which are deeper layers. So thank you, I hope you liked it as a first division for the mastication muscle.